Structuring effective emails. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner, a housewife, a struggling entrepreneur, or a successful marketer. Your email is the hero of your marketing campaigns. The better it is structured, the higher the return on investment you're likely to receive. Now, that being said, you have to craft your emails in such a way that you get maximum results from it. It's not as simple as just writing a paragraph, adding a few links in it, and pressing send, and crossing your fingers hoping for the best. It doesn't work that way. To be successful in extracting huge amounts of money from your subscribers list, you have to pay attention to every component of your email. It's an art, a science. People are paid vast amounts of money just to teach this to big corporations. You need to construct your email very carefully, starting with a greeting or the reason for the email. Body is the most important part of any email, and great emphasis should be laid on it. The body is the most important part of your email. It is here you have to explain your product or service. It should contain the benefits that can be derived from your product. The body is followed by a call to action. You need to tell your recipients what you want them to do. At the end of your email, you can add a closing line and your signature. If your product or service is active on social networks, then you can also add a link to your website and social media pages in your email. The main aim here is to increase response rate, and that can only be done if you construct your email and the design is integrated to engage and interest the audience rather than bombard them with useless information. The recipient of your email, upon receiving it, makes a decision to open the email or not. All this depends upon the number of factors that a sender must take into consideration. Now, with the right email structure, you can ace your marketing campaigns at large. Characteristics of a highly effective email marketing message. Look at the email by breaking it down into components. This way, you can effectively compose a message that is highly profitable. Sender's name and address. Knock knock, who's there? Jamie the marketer. Or knock knock, who's there? Jamie the mentor. Now, which do you think will get the person to open their door? My bet is the latter. There's more chance in the person opening their door to Jamie, your mentor. This is exactly the same when it comes to sending an email. We want the recipient to open our emails. Now, if the sender, meaning us, is not recognized or doesn't mean something to the recipient, then I bet my bottom dollar that your email has a high risk of being ignored. You have to understand that the subscribers in your email list are on other people's list too. Now that means they potentially receive hundreds, if not thousands, of email per day. Only emails that are sent by someone that the recipient can relate to or emails that catch their attention will get opened. Now that we have our sender name, we now need to establish a good domain name that can relate to our sender name and niche. Let's, for argument's sake, say we're in the dog training niche. We need to connect a relevant domain to our sender name. So, getting one similar to www.topbreeddogtraining.com would be highly beneficial. Now, when we send an email and the recipient sees our email, they'll notice that Jamie is their mentor for their dog training dilemmas. By doing this, you'll increase your chances of getting your email opened. Create everything with a meaning, conviction, and purpose. You want your customer to know that the email has been sent by a friendly or an authority entity that could be beneficial to them. The subject line of an email. This is a particularly important element when using emails as the form of marketing. It is the second element that the recipient sees after the sender's name and address. It is essential that the subject line be compelling enough for the recipient to open. It is an important feature and should never be overlooked. A prime example, open this email now, or open this email regarding your dog now. Simple alterations or a bit of thinking to enhance your subject line will greatly improve open rates. Now, we'll discuss subject lines more in detail in a separate module as we need to cover more criteria. It deserves its own module. The pre-header text. The pre-header is the text following the subject line when an email is previewed. A pre-header is one of the first three items a subscriber sees when viewing an email. Not many people add pre-header text, but it could be used as a visual standout and is usually used to serve as an extension to the subject line. You can use a pre-header to enhance the value of the email content. Add a call to action, a short summary of your email, additional text to support the subject line, or provide a coupon or promotion code for customers. The pre-header box does not have a character limit, but keep in mind the number of characters displayed varies depending on the email client. Gmail shows about 100 characters for subject line and pre-header text collectively, meaning that lengthy subject lines prevent pre-header text from displaying. The iPhone displays about 140 characters in the traditional vertical view, regardless of subject line length. Some email clients can be configured to show a greater or lesser number of characters or to show none at all. And some email clients do not display pre-headers at all. Thus, we recommend limiting the pre-header message to 85 to 100 characters. So, best practice is to limit pre-header messages to 85 to 100 characters. Now, here's an example of a pre-header using our dog training scenario. Subject line, today only, 2 no-cost dog training sessions. Pre-header, use promo code #2sessionsDIS. The envelope. The sum of sender's name, subject line, and the pre-header text is called an envelope of an email message. Email, consisting of headers and body, is wrapped for transmission by Simple Message Transfer Protocol, SMTP, in an envelope. The envelope specifies what system is transmitting the mail, who the mail is from, and who it is to. Now, this part should be as persuasive as possible, as it is the first combination of details your recipient will see in their email browser. This will increase the chance of your email getting opened by a recipient. Make it as appealing and standout as possible. Email body. This is basically the most important part of the email and of a marketing message in particular. This part may comprise of newsletters or might just contain just a single topic. This is where you should grasp recipients' attention and try to offer them benefit or solutions to their problems. Offer. Each email message should contain an offer to lure the customers. Now, for an even better return, it is advisable that a limited discount should be included or a scarcity factor. Call to action. A call to action, CTA, is a catchy line of text or an image that prompts your visitors, leads, and customers to take action. It is, quite literally, a call to take an action. The action you want people to take could be anything from buying a product, download an ebook, sign up for a webinar, get a coupon, attend an event, etc. A CTA can be placed anywhere in your email. The most common CTAs are order now, instant download, get your no-cost trial, etc. And we will discuss CTAs more in detail in our CTA module, as we have very important factors to explain. Footer. This is the bottom part of your email. You can include your details here. Company details and advisability include a disclaimer to avoid any problems due to any legal technicalities. Another important feature to include here is the unsubscribe link. Give the option for people to unsubscribe rather than have people complain about your services to the autoresponders, ESPs. The disadvantage of having complaints is huge and could detriment your marketing efforts. Social media links. If your product or service happens to have a social media page, it is good to link it to your email. A button or an icon could be used to provide the link to social media, and any good autoresponder can easily accommodate this for you. Below is the general structure for a well-written email. Envelope, your name or company and email address, subject line, pre-header text, body, greeting, reason for email, offer, product, situation, benefits, call to action, closing line, signature, social media share links, footer. Now, we will go through each of the above in more detail in the preceding modules.